Hello everybody and happy Tuesday to you once again. And I'm back today with part 3 of my ongoing series for our 4-week Energetic and Karmic Balancing. And this week we're talking about chakras, and more specifically the 15 chakra column. Now if you've been following me for a while, or of course Tim Wilde or Diana Cooper, you're probably quite familiar with this. But if not, this is something that might be really quite useful to you. So, first of all, 15 chakras. You may be watching this thinking 15, but there's only 7, or something similar to that, or even 12. So, specifically, when the ascension process started, our chakras had a massive upgrade, and particularly over the 7 3D chakras that we had before. Another 5 initially came online, bringing us up to 12, and then another 3 bringing us up to 15 since then. And these chakras have all been upgraded to a 5th dimensional blueprint. There are, in truth, a lot more of them, in hands, ears, eyes, all over the place. You actually have loads of them. But there is a kind of classic ascension blueprint that we are working with the current process that we're going through. And for that, 15 of the chakras have been upgraded to this level at the moment to help us through this process. So that's why we talk kind of specifically about 15 rather than more. So when they were upgraded from the 3rd dimensional versions of them, the functions of quite a few of them changed, and certainly the frequency, the vibration of them changed massively. And of course, colour is a reflection of vibration as well, so some of them changed colour as this happened, as their roles changed and stuff like that. So, actually, just whilst we're on that subject, so the 3D chakras, we do get asked every now and then, can I still work with the old colours and stuff like that? My personal feeling on that is that if you wanted to kind of visualize your base chakra as red, for instance, which is now platinum, you would actually be setting your chakra back to the 3rd dimensional frequency and therefore restricting its energy and lowering its potential. So I always strongly recommend that you switch to using the 5th dimensional colors, the roles, and the visualizations that go along with those. As I'm sure all of you will know, I have done a whole series of artwork on the chakras, so I'm going to get some of those up on the screen as we talk through these today. So let's begin with that, shall we? First of all, I wanted to get this diagram up. So some of you may have seen this already. This is something that I did for the Ascension Toolkit, just to give you a rough guide of where they are situated on the body, or around the body. We have what we call transcendent chakras. So these are the ones that sit outside of the physical body. So from the causal chakra, soul star, stellar gateway, and the solar junction, as well as the earth star beneath your feet. And then the rest of the others are all contained within the body. So working through them from the very top, I'm just going to have a quick look at the solar junction chakra, which appears, if we look at our diagram, right at the very, very top of the list. Now this can be varying heights above you. It's just as an example in the picture, it looks fairly close, but the reality is it's probably much, much higher up than that, and it's right up your Antakarana bridge and much closer to your monadic presence. And this has a number of functions. Let's just get back on the screen, shall we? The solar junction chakra. It looks like your own personal sun. It has a number of functions. First of all, it's directly connected to our 7 ascension suns. So these are the other systems, star systems, where there are ascended suns who are sending energy directly to us to help us with our process. There's a bit more information about that on the 7 Suns artwork page on my website. And Tim Wilde and I also did a workshop on that a while back if you're interested. So it draws in energy from all these other places, and that's downloaded it straight down into your fields from there. It's also, because it's directly connected to your oversoul, Your higher self oversees this and will allow downloads directly from your higher self into that to bring it down and through into the rest of your system as and when you are ready for those upgrades. You may see, I've kind of pictured it as gold here. It's how I generally see it, as gold as white, but each of the 7 suns do have their own colours, and sometimes when I look at it I actually see the merging of all of these different coloured lights coming through it as well. Then moving down, we have the Stellar Gateway Chakra, overseen by Archangel Metatron. This is a kind of golden orange colour. And this is responsible for drawing in cosmic energies to you. So whichever energies either you're consciously attuning yourself to, or just as part of your soul essence, you are naturally attuned. You know, some people have certain affinities to star systems, or suns, or all sorts of things really, that they connect and draw energy from. And these come in directly through the Stellar Gateway Chakra. And it's kind of responsible for drawing light into your systems. Then we have the Soul Star Chakra. This sits about 18 inches above the top of your head. Stellar Gateway, sorry, is about 1 meter above your head, so quite high up. And this Soul Star is about 18 inches above the top of your head. And this is a direct connection to your past life wisdom, your gifts and talents. And it's kind of like think of it as like a portal to draw this energy into you as and when you reach the level to unlock these things. It can also be used as a direct tunnel into the halls of Amenti. If you actually travel through this chakra, you can go straight to the halls of Amenti, which of course is where the record of all of your past life wisdom and knowledge is contained as well. So it's a particularly important chakra from that point of view. Then we have the Causal Chakra, which sits just above the top of your head. And it will appear kind of like your own personal moon, and it's actually connected to our moon, and it uses this to download divine feminine wisdom directly into our systems. It also acts kind of as like a beacon, if you will, for connecting to higher souls, so particularly angels, unicorns, ascended masters. This is like your direct link goes through here. So kind of activating and really working with this energy can help draw more of these kind of beings to you and help the connection to them be smoother and easier. And that's overseen by Archangel Christiel. We have the Crown Chakra that sits right at the top of your head, literally on the top. This is often described as kind of a 1,000-petal lotus flower. But this is a kind of divine connection to your inner wisdom. It works with the higher mind that we talked about a lot with our 4-body system last week. And it kind of helps us connect to that higher consciousness of ourselves to bring in our own wisdom and our intuition. And this is overseen by Archangel Jophiel. Then we have the Third Eye Chakra, that sits right in the center of your forehead, which is overseen by Archangel Raphael. And this is, it's often described as a crystal ball, with possibly with kind of green, white or golden light in its center. And this is responsible for all of your psychic gifts, clairvoyance, clairaudience, etc. all come from the third eye. Now everyone's third eye is a bit different really. We're kind of naturally born with particular psychic gifts and talents, whether, you know, some people are clairvoyant, some people are so they can see, or clairaudient so they can hear, or maybe they just feel. Some people even smell. There's kind of a whole series of kind of different abilities that different people have, and what you have available to you is due to the configuration of your own third eye. Some people are lucky to have the whole set, or more than one. It's easy to think that sort of clairvoyance is better, to be actually see or even hear seems stronger than all of the others, but actually they are all equally as powerful. It just kind of, everything just takes training and getting used to it, and most importantly learning to trust yourself. And once you've got that, they are all equally powerful. Then coming down to the Alta Major chakra, this pure white chakra that sits at the back of the head. This has had a massive role in our ascension process, particularly in the last year or two, as this has been clearing. And at third dimensional level, it was connected directly into what we kind of refer to as the 3D matrix. It's kind of the world that we have been living in for so long, where people have been sleeping and not necessarily seeing what's going on around them. And once this really activates and opens up, people start to think for themselves, and that's really where the wake-up process, as we refer it, comes from. This is overseen by Archangel Gabriel, and you may actually find that you kind of have like a bundle of cords here, and we've done quite a lot of work in the past in other workshops and stuff in disconnecting and releasing this, as it helps us free us from that 3D matrix and allow us to be more open and bring us in line to the 5D version of it, which is all about unity consciousness. That's where we're moving to, a point there where this will actually be a high level connection between us and everyone on the planet, so that we can all kind of work for the best of all and be thinking from that standpoint. Then moving down to the throat chakra, one of the most important chakras for this ascension process, without a doubt, because so many of us have been unable to speak our truths, whether it's in this lifetime or past lifetimes. And this has had a massive effect on shutting down the throat chakra. And it's going to be much needed in the times ahead for us to be able to speak freely and confidently about what we're doing. So there's often big challenges and initiations to come from clearing the throat chakra, but it is responsible for every single sound that we make, and sound is one of the most powerful things in the universe. It's truly incredible. So a fully activated fifth dimensional throat chakra is an incredibly powerful thing. And this is overseeing the development of it by Archangel Michael. Then coming down to the thymus chakra, or the higher heart chakra. So this, the Alta Major and the solar junction chakra were the three that was added more recently to the column to give us the 15. The thymus, which is overseen by Universal Angel Mary, is responsible for kind of unconditional love, higher heart connections. And it merges with the wisdom of the fifth dimensional crown once it's fully activated, in order to help you embody that higher mind, to activate that consciousness with the love of your heart and bring the two together, so that you can think from the higher mind, from a loving standpoint, as opposed to an ego-based one. It's very powerful once fully activated. Then bring it down to the heart chakra, of course, we know and love. This really is the engine for our ascension process. Fully activating this is the most important thing that we can do. And remaining in that heart space so that we can be in a place of love is so important. Well, the point where everyone that has done that on this planet is the point that we've ascended, we've done the work that we needed to do. And we're getting there with that. We are working on it. One of the biggest challenges, of course, of the heart chakra, though, is not to love everyone else, but to love ourselves. And that really is the trick, because once we manage that, everything else, all of the greed, the anger, the jealousy, everything else just melts away. We become love, and the ascension process is done. So the heart chakra actually is overseen by three archangels. Again, Universal Angel Mary, Archangel Shemuel, and Archangel Christiel. Then coming down to the solar plexus chakra, overseen by Archangel Uriel. Now, this has been one of the real challenging chakras as part of this process. So its job is to essentially scan the environment around you and perceive and bring information back to you. And this, of course, works with your intuition and your third eye as well. But at a third dimensional level, its role was to kind of scan for danger. So it's kind of programmed to look for fear, essentially. And that's something that can be quite difficult to undo in its fifth dimensional state. We want to retrain it to look for love, But if you're always scanning and looking for fear all around you, that of course then leads to anxiety issues and feeds into the nervous system with all the fight and flight stuff and all of those things. So it's really, really important chakra to really clear out, raise its vibration, and reprogram it as much as possible to look only for love. Now the navel chakra, this is going to be a really important one in our future. It's also kind of known as the community chakra, because it's responsible for connecting us all to all of our brothers and sisters, essentially across the universe, but particularly on planet Earth. We are all connected, whether that's human beings, animals, trees, plants. We are all connected via this chakra. And once we fully embody this and fully activate this, we will move into that fifth dimensional state of unity. And those connections are at a fifth dimensional level, so you don't have to worry about connecting in at a lower vibration to those that you don't want to. This is all about a higher connection. And this chakra is overseen by Archangel Gabriel. Next we have the sacral chakra, and this is all about the relationships in our lives, about bringing them into divine balance and harmony. And once it is fully activated, that's exactly what will happen, to a point that the relationships in your life become a blessing, a positivity, as opposed to quite often the challenge and initiation where we are right now, which of course will make our whole lives so much more harmonious and so much more peaceful. It's also responsible for calling directly to our soul family, so that we can build those meaningful connections that do help to support us rather than challenge us. And once again, this chakra is overseen by Archangel Gabriel. Then we have the base chakra. Now this, as I mentioned before, was previously red in the third dimension and was all about kind of survival instincts and things like that. However, the role of it is completely changed. It's often known as the seat of the soul, because when we download wisdom, knowledge, upgrades, whatever it's going to be, directly from our highest self, from our oversoul, it comes down through the other chakras that we mentioned before, and then it seats itself in your base chakra and anchors it in here. So this is truly about becoming your highest self and embodying that. That's why it's got the strong platinum colour to it, for strength, confidence. Also at the third dimension, this was used a lot for grounding directly to the base chakra, but that role has moved now on to the Earth Star, which we'll look at in just a second. But this is also overseen by Archangel Gabriel. And then finally, the Earth Star chakra, which sits just beneath the soles of the feet. And this is our grounding anchor now. And it's far more effective than the base chakra ever was at the third dimension. And we can use this to really anchor into Mother Earth. I often connect directly to Serapis base pyramid in the core of Hollow Earth, and for me that's what really works. But grounding is a personal thing. It's very easy to kind of say that, oh yeah, you've just got to ground your roots into the ground and that works, but that's not what works for everyone. So you've really got to find the techniques that works best for you. And that's it, just in a quick flash. That is our fifth dimensional column. Now, just as we talked about with the bodies and fields last week, and if you joined us for the workshop, we were talking about it a little bit at the beginning, we've covered these a lot, you know, and most workshops will clear them, at least in some minor way, if we're just drawing light through them or whatever. But we are always in a position, we are always upgrading. Literally every single day now we are receiving incredible high frequency light, and we are always dropping density. We're moving through challenges and initiations, and as we do all of this, it becomes available to let go of more so that we can step forward more. And that's why I included that in this course before. It may seem like something we've done quite a lot before, but actually, you know, that's been the whole purpose of this course. What we've been doing up until now, we've cleared so much karma that we have a great opportunity now for a big release. So that's why in this week's workshop, we are going to be going really, really deep with these chakras. We're going to be clearing out old patterns, old belief systems, old energy, old karma, cancelling contracts once again, and really getting a big release out of them so that we can draw in light, draw in more blessings, raise our vibration, and step into our higher selves, get ourselves to a point that we're working with this throat, where we've got our solar plexus working, looking just for love, downloading from our higher self and really embodying these energies, ensuring that we're grounding the light that we're getting from all of these incredible sources down into the earth and getting us to a strong and stable point. So that's what we're going to be doing this week. If you're already signed up, I'm really looking forward to seeing you there. It's been such a joy, a pleasure and honour to run this course with you. I'm having so much fun doing it. So thank you once again, and I can't wait to see you again this Thursday. If you haven't signed up yet, it's not too late. You can sign up on the website now. We've still got 2 live workshops left, and you will also instantly get access to the first 2 parts to catch up on the recording. I'll pop the link down in the description just in case you fancy checking that out a little bit more. So once again, thank you so much. Thank you for joining me here today, and I'll look forward to seeing you all again soon. Sending you all so much love. Bye.